Hello everybody, I believe we are live. Welcome to the Finger Lakes Regional Airport, where we are leaving. I arrived a short while ago. I've looked around and I have not seen any snowy owls. Now, we saw 3 owls here last week. It's the first time I had personally ever seen a snowy owl here. And today we're back to our usual 0 sightings. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places or if maybe there are no owls here. I don't know. But anyway, I have tried. I also went to that other location not too far from here where we have seen an owl in the past, and I didn't see anybody there either. I can't say that I really looked around, but I looked in the usual location and nobody was there. So I'm now starting to drive away from here, but I think I'll keep stopping here and there just for a look. Hold on a second. There's a chance I see something. I doubt it, though. It seems like nothing. Hold on, let me just double check. It's 47 degrees, so it's relatively mild. And at the moment, it's at least mostly cloudy, you could say. I don't believe that's anything. Earlier, it was sunnier, and quite honestly, I was concerned that maybe it would be too sunny. Because you know how the bright sunshine can affect our view over long distances. But it has clouded up considerably, and for me, that's just fine. I'll say this: I don't mind, some bright sunshine sometimes late in the day, because that, if the sun is in the direction on a given bird or whatever to your liking, it can really make for some beautiful photography. But midday sun, when the sun is really high up in the sky, and if it's really bright and you're looking over a long distance, very often that image will be distorted because of heat shimmer. So I'd just assume not have it too sunny during the day. Now, obviously, it's a Sunday. I would have liked to have come out yesterday, but I really had, an event I needed to attend, and quite honestly, I thought the forecast looked worse yesterday than, at least in my area, it turned out to be. I was concerned about wind, but I mean, there was some wind, but it didn't seem all that bad. I mean, who knows? Maybe if I had been out taking photos or doing video, maybe it would have been bad. I don't know, but it didn't seem that bad to me. And quite honestly, that wind seemed to work to my benefit in a way yesterday, because I managed to have a fair number of sightings of red-tailed hawks and bald eagles. So I enjoyed that. I didn't record anything really unusual or special, but still I enjoyed seeing what I saw. I'd have to say that in terms of you know, birds themselves this week, it's been fairly quiet for me. Haven't seen anything you know, all that unusual. However, I did manage to record actually, you know, a fox hunting the other day, and I posted it on the video to YouTube, and you get to see as a fox within my view successfully catches 3 rodents, and it's just you know, it's an impressive display of skill, quite honestly. And if you're interested in seeing that, it's on YouTube. I also saw what's probably that same general area yesterday morning, but only briefly before it ran out of my view. And quite honestly, I didn't have much time to really record it. I did record it, but I had to look through between some rails, and although I could get past them, they darkened the view. You know, you could see bands of darkness, and those were the rails. I see a hawk to our right. Not sure what it is. I'm guessing red-tailed hawk. Just so as you know. I've been seeing in my travels many robins, American robins. So, I mean, they're back in significant numbers, and so are red-winged blackbirds. So, you know, those are 2 of the earlier arrivals, you know, returning migrating birds. So while I won't quite say spring is really truly here yet, it's getting there, or getting here. As we drive around, you can see there's patchy snow here and there. You know, along roads, and especially where it's been piled. But I mean, even there are other places where you can see where it wasn't, you know, a result of snow plows or anything like that. You know, I think there's been more snow in these parts than there were in my parts. So, like I said, 48 degrees. Last I saw, the high temperature prediction today was 52, 53 degrees. Yesterday was in the 30s, and I believe tomorrow might be back into the 30s. For the tour, I mean, there's a range of temperatures we can handle. And, you know, I don't know if I'd want to be out in below zero weather. But we've had tours, you know, into the single digits. And we've we've been out and about in tours, on tours into the 90s. When we do that, though, I always have to keep in mind the temperatures, and maybe I make some adjustments in terms of what I do and where I go. If it's really cold, usually end up staying in the car almost the entire time. And although we, still like to walk in Sapsucker Woods, maybe have a faster walk and do what I can to accommodate the colder temperatures. Same thing in the during the really hot days of summer. Might stay in the car a little bit more, and when we have walks here and there, and even actually I can remember sometimes even in the car just needing to use extra water to cool down, whether drinking it or spraying it on me or whatever. The problem with what we do during the summer is it's not like I can just drive around with the windows up and the air conditioning on, because we need to see the birds, and just can't do that with the windows closed. Well, we can do it, but not as well. So try to get the best looks we can, and it's not even just a matter of very often actually in the summer we need the windows down, at least one window down, so we can hear. Sometimes we're alerted to the presence of a bird because of vocalization, so it's important to be able to hear when we can. Seen a fair number of turkey vultures flying around to our left, and we're passing them right now. There are two circling, but I've seen them, in many places today. I noticed a number of red-tailed hawks on my way here. I haven't seen any eagles at all today anywhere. Drive is, I believe, still closed, and as I've said before, it is scheduled to open on April 1st, weather permitting. So it's going to be a while before we are able to drive on Wildlife Drive. A portion of it, just by hold off on that. I was thinking about it earlier today, and I don't but we've had mixed luck up there. It's usually windy in that tower for whatever reason, and like it or not, it's still kind of hard to see things because of the long distances involved. Getting a lot of air, just heat distortion more than anything, and it's, unless there's something really special there that we know about beforehand, it's not really worth it. Sometimes it's nice, I have to admit, just to take a look at what's down there, and there may be, for instance, by now, if things are melting, there may be ducks there that are worth seeing. I don't know, maybe it is worth going. By the way, I did post other videos from what we saw last week, including the 3 snowy owls at the Finger Lakes Regional Airport, and also the snow geese that we saw here in the Montezuma area. I did see, by the way, a few snow geese on my way here. I'm going to pull over and let this Toyota pass me. I know, isn't that funny? But it is funny. He seems confused. I saw a patch of white out on Cayuga Lake, very distant, and I'm assuming they were snow geese. I'm not positive, but I also saw maybe anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe 7 snow geese, not on the other side of the road, not on the lake side, and they were just walking around. I don't know if they're migrating, or I saw some quite a bit last year, maybe in that stretch, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of winter, kind of summer there. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here. I'll pause for a second, let this truck pass me, and also look at this bird on a wire. What is it? It's a bluebird. There's an eastern bluebird right here. Won't be able to see it well, but anyway, eastern bluebird. I believe it's a male. No surprise, we've seen bluebirds in this stretch, on a number of occasions, so it's no surprise to see them here now. Some Canada geese to our right. Not very many, but a number. And hold on, I want to just take a look at these other birds that are on a wire here. There are starlings. Okay. There were 3 of them. Although there was a report of a snowy owl near the airport. I didn't see one. A couple days. Nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, not only do you have the migration seasons, before and after summer, during the spring and well, late winter and early spring, and then later on in the maybe late summer, and then through the fall and into early winter. But even through winter, you have things to see, things that are interesting. You might see, and remaining here for the winter, the snowy owls or the rough-legged hawks or other birds too. So I mean, as I've said so many times before, and even the birds that winter here and are here year-round, so often you get a better look at them, or just a different look, a completely different look at them during the winter months, if they're on bare branches, surrounded by snow or whatever. I mean, so it's definitely worth it, if you can bundle up and protect yourself from the elements. It's definitely worth it to, go out and bird watch, especially if you have a location where birds are often seen. I'm not saying just, go take a walk anywhere. I'm only turning in. I don't see anything here, but I see a lot of people here, and it makes me wonder if there's something going on. me just take a look with binoculars. I wouldn't be surprised if they're eagles. We saw an eagle nest with an eagle in it last week. I don't think I'm going to stay too long because not much room for us to see because of the cars that are here. From what I can see, though, oh, great blue heron. You know, I wonder, oh, two, wait, and another great blue heron. Now remember, we're at the Shockey Pool. We're near the rookery. And I mean, it's maybe a little early to start, maybe it's not, I don't know. Canada goose. Let's just Hey! Why are you shouting at the camera? We're gonna come back to Shockey here, and when we have a chance, there are herons up there. Is there a reason why the window's closed? We'll come back, but I just saw herons up there at their nests. Difficult to see with this camera, I know, at the distance, but so maybe we'll come back later and do what we can to have a good look. Okay? But that's a nice development. I should check in on the chat room, see if you guys are tuned in. One second. Actually, and I see the comment, and no Lee's walking the view. It's not just that. Almost as importantly right now, because we had some decent looks in terms of leaves last year before things filled in. The problem was always lighting. Today, it's almost tempting to go there right now. Today, we don't have the bright sunshine, and the conditions might be very good for seeing. So we'll see. We'll come back and see what we can do. Now we will have trees kind of sort of in our way as always, here and there, depending on where we view from. You know, who knows? The clouds could clear up in a hurry, and all of a sudden we're with bright sunshine causing heat shimmer. But we'll do our best. By the way, the Shockey Pool, I see some water. It looks like it's standing water, not ice. But we'll have a look at things, and oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Look over here. There be herons. And gulls. So, where am I pointing here? We've got some things to see, and there are people over here, and you know, maybe, oh, I should kind of be out of the way, shouldn't I? A lot of cars over here, I see. So Mays Point all of a sudden is worth visiting, whereas just a week ago I would say it probably wasn't. That looks like an eagle, bald eagle, and it's funny how green things are there. So we're going to have to come back here, no doubt. Hold on a second. I want to look with binoculars. What am I seeing over there? Some ducks out there. Herons, gulls. A lot of gulls. Canada goose. So, the herons are back, at least here. Now, will we see one in Ithaca? I don't know. I haven't checked the pond cam, by the way, today. Have not checked it. So I don't know, you know, I know that at least a portion of the pond is not frozen, or covered with ice, I should say. But, you know, for a great blue heron to go there, I mean, things have to be fairly ice-free so that there's, you know, good fishing. Up above is what looks like, I don't know what that is. We've got, it's not that we have more ground to cover here than usual, but there's a lot to see from what I can tell. So we're gonna have to spend some time up here, which is good. I mean, that's why we're here. We're not here just to say we did it, to come up here. We're here to see the birds. What we're gonna go to the usual places, though, I think. Between the amount of time it takes to get there, not that it's that far, but between the time it takes to get there, I don't know what the condition of the road is. It might be herons. I mean, it just makes you feel like, okay, spring is right around the corner. And I mean, we're getting there in terms of time. You know, late March, early April. Maybe I was kind of surprised to see that many great blue herons. Maybe I'm used to the timing of sapsucker woods, and maybe things are a little bit later there. I don't know. Makes sense, actually. If sapsucker woods pond is often covered with ice until early March, or I'm sorry, early April, then, you know, again, if you're a great blue heron, there's little reason to go there, especially if you know, there aren't any with nests there. Wouldn't mind a nest, but okay, up ahead, way up ahead, I see cars pulled over. And if I had to guess, they're bird watchers, but I don't know. I'm afraid to go up there because of the signal. That's the problem. The agricultural fields, the ones that we saw last, well, late fall, early winter, that had a fair amount of water, it seems like that water has pretty much melted, or that ice has melted, and I don't know if it's drawing a lot of waterfowl. I'm hoping not to lose you guys. Have the eagle nest in my can see it now. Okay, let me just have a look. Hold on. Looking at the fields, not that much water. There is water, but I mean, not that much, and I don't see all that much in terms of birds. Now, looking over at the eagle nest, just looking with binoculars, can't really see anything. And quite honestly, I don't see anything that's has me thinking, oh, I've got to show everybody this. So I think we're going to just turn around. I think we're going to do that. Okay, let's turn around. You know, I'm not saying you guys are dragging me down, because you're not, but, you know, there are times when I would get out of the car and look at something, you know, properly with my scope on a tripod and everything, but because of, you know, the need to keep things connected and set in such a way, you know, I sometimes hesitate to do that. I think I might have just seen two. Did I see two eagles? I don't know. You know, right now, for instance, you're looking through one camera in one way or another, and then you know, get the other things set up. It's kind of a hassle. So sometimes, like last week, looking at the snow geese, it might have been nice. I think it would have been nice to get out of the car while we were between the wind, which was a noisy, annoying thing, and just the hassle of getting out and setting up. That's why I stayed in the car. So now we're approaching the area where we did see the snow geese last week. Now, I have no idea if there are snow geese in the area today. It could very well be that those geese have moved on, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they have. In fact, I'd be maybe surprised if they haven't. We'll drive along a little ways and just see if anybody's here in terms of snow geese or whatever, and we'll see if things are worth it. I just want to pull over here. Okay, all right. I thought something was behind me, but I guess not. There are some swans. And there are ducks here and there. I'm not sure what they are. Not yet, anyway. And I'm not sure we're going to stop and really look at them. There's other things I would like to see, including like the rookery, the heron rookery, and everything. And I don't know if we have much time to really look around here. You know, I'm not saying that these ducks aren't interesting. Who knows? There could be a species or two that we have never seen before, for all I know. can see, but if you, to either side of us, we're driving by agricultural fields, and there's a significant amount of now melted snow and ice, and all this liquid water draws the waterfowl. Turn around when we can. I'm not seeing any snow geese, and like I indicated, I'm not at all surprised. So now that I think about it, I really haven't shown you much yet today, have I? Nope. Come on, Toyota, you can pass me. It's not that complicated. Please understand, it's not an opinion that I am expressing, really, of Toyotas. It is a result of actual observation. So anyway, we're going to continue on. What was that? Again, I'm not saying there's nothing here to be seen. I'm not saying that at all. But I want to use our time wisely if possible. And I suspect there are, other things that maybe everyone would want to see, and there are quite a few ducks here. It's in terms of seeing everything, it's not necessarily the easiest area, just because it is large, and there are only so many places you can stop. Distances are kind of long in many cases. So now, we saw a snowy owl here weeks ago. I suspect there are no snowy owls here now these days. Now wait a second here. I wonder if this guy sees something. He's set up a tripod. Oh! I do see, I think, snow geese. That's my guess. Yes, those are snow geese. I wonder if maybe those will be visible from East Road. Let's head towards East Road. Obviously those are quite far away. I wonder what he sees though. Gentleman with a scope. Let me look in his in the direction he's looking. I suspect he's just looking at a number of ducks, although I could be wrong. We're going to continue on. Let's hope that, one, we can see things from East Road, and two, there's room for us there. I'm not sure if they'll be visible from East Road or not. I don't know. It's possible. Now, last week, looking down from East Road on what is, I'll remind you, the Knox Marcellus Marsh. Last week, the water down there looked like it was all still frozen. So, little reason for waterfowl to be there. Frozen or at least covered with ice. I haven't really monitored Montezuma area temperatures that closely this week. But if they've had some spring-like weather, it could be that things are more melted down there, and we just saw an area where there was water, liquid water, and so who knows, maybe things are melted down below in Knox Marcellus, and maybe there's a lot of activity there. We'll see. Thermometer's currently reading 46, so I think it dropped a little bit. Again, at least it's not really, really cold. Space for us. I have a feeling things aren't looking all that good up ahead. May not be much room for us to get in the observation area. No, I have a feeling, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling things are full. And, yeah, there's activity down there. That's, oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Would you please hold on? Lots of snow geese down there. Not quite as dense as, what we were seeing last week. Not at all. All those people that were at Shockey Pool, I think they're here now. But, there might be room for us. I think I'm hearing a horned lark, but I'm not sure. Okay. First, let me just give you a look with this camera. Let me start from... Essentially no activity last week. This week there's quite a bit more, obviously. Okay, I'm going to look with I think I may hear a swan too, or two. I'm going to set you down. I want to look with binoculars just to see what I should be focusing on, and then we'll switch to the other camera. before I start, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the teleconverter on. Today, I would say lighting-wise, conditions are good. It is cloudy, so you know, we're not going to have as much heat shimmer as we might otherwise have, which is a wonderful thing. Okay, almost ready. You know, we're going to go right over to the snow geese just in case. I should probably get out of the car and set up on a tripod, actually. You know what, I think that's really the thing to do. Just heard a red-winged blackbird also. See pintails down there. Not sure what else we're seeing. Oh, oh. Okay, I think I'm going to move the car around, and we are going to stand here for a while. I want to get my tripod going, and I think that's the way to go, just in case anything special happens. I think I see a great blue heron, by the way, in the distance. But I think that's what we're going to do, okay? Let me, I need time to do this. Oh. Okay. All right. Please be patient. This will take a bit. just to set up what I want to do here. As I get out here, it seems windier and breezier than I had thought, unfortunately. So you're going to have to deal with wind noise. I'm sorry. Getting there. I'm getting there. Sorry about the delay. I was going to use two cameras. I think I'm just going to use the one. Too complicated otherwise. All of a sudden I hear a lot of vocalizations. I'm not sure why. things are a little shaky because of the wind, and probably noisy because of the wind. Okay, nothing I can do about that. Oh, that's not good. So we're looking at snow geese, primarily there. See a crow there also, and I'm not sure what we're seeing in terms of those ducks in the air. Looks like maybe northern pintails. You can see Canada geese down there. In the back there's a dark morph snow goose. Pintails there. Some Canada geese also. Sounds like there's a horn mark nearby. Hold on. Is that a plane? That is a plane. Not interested in that. Oh! Oh my goodness, what am I missing? Most are still, down there at ground level, so it's not like they all took off. And I've seen, in the past where they've had a big takeoff, and that is an impressive sight. I think I need to put some gloves on. Still quite a few in the air. Let me get some gloves if you don't mind. Gloves will make it more difficult for me to operate the camera. Everybody who was here before has left, by the way. Almost everybody. Now someone's pulling in. Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Down here, it's a big muddy area. Just where the Fred Buddies ends, and those birds are in there. About 20 minutes ago, guys saw Eurasian green-winged teal there, so keep your eyes open.
Okay.
I was unable to find it, but I'm pretty sure you had it.
Thank you very much. You too, take care. Good to see you. I don't know if you heard him, but he just told me that there is a Eurasian green-winged teal here. We've seen those before near the visitor center here, and they're not easy to spot. I don't know if I'm going to spend much time trying to find them. Just heard a robin, hearing a crow. That wind is blowing, I'm sorry about that. Did I just hear a car? Yes, I did. So you can see the snow geese are feeding, and you know the Montezuma area is a very important area for migrating birds. Flocks like snow geese and Canada geese will come here. They'll rest, they'll refuel, and then continue on their way. Is that a widgeon? Yes, there are American widgeons down there. The widgeon, like the male widgeon, is easy to, it's a duck, obviously, and has the white cap, or really the white, bold white stripe down the top of its head towards its bill. If you don't know. And in the center of the screen, that is a northern pintail. Male. Absolutely beautiful duck. When the males are in full breeding colors, as those are, just a very elegant looking duck. I know that's not technical, but you know. That wind is actually kind of cold. I hear some Canada geese. Anyway, why are we here looking at snow geese when we looked at them last week? It's because, you know, I just love to see the big takeoff event here and there, and it's nice to see it, and I'm hoping to see that sort of thing. I'm hearing horned larks. I think I just saw 3 of them. Actually, maybe more. I believe I saw 3, but I was hearing others, 1 or 2 others. We won't be here too long. Hold on. Canada geese, but I'm hearing something else. Where are they? So, who's that? The Canadas also? They look like it. Okay. Let's look way back there, see if there's anything of interest. Those are mallards. Looks like those are swans back there. Looking beautiful. So again, with snow geese, there are a couple different forms. Right now we're seeing on screen two of the lighter or the white morph, and then this is the dark morph or the blue morph. Other than the coloration, as far as I know, they're the same. It's just a coloration issue. Now there's always a chance, we haven't looked at every single individual goose, but there's always a chance that maybe mixed in with the snow geese might be a Ross's goose, but that's a smaller goose, a different species altogether. But they're white and they're hard to spot, and if there happens to be one in and amongst the snow geese, well, you have to be lucky to spot it. These are swans. Not sure if they're tundra or trumpeter, but sorry. I don't think we're going to be here too much longer. Unless there's a major takeoff, which is what I'd really like to see. These look like Canada geese coming in. some smaller bird vocalizing. I don't know where it is. Hold on, let me look at it. I can't see it from here. So again, you know, we saw snow geese last week in that other area. Almost essentially no activity here last week, but now there's water and there's a reason to be here, liquid water, as opposed to ice and snow. So now things are very much different this week. These look like northern pintails in the air. Okay, let me just have a look around a little bit. Just with binoculars, that is. maybe we're about due to head back, or to continue on, actually, I should say. Okay, let's do that. It's getting cold out here for me. Just would love to see a big takeoff. Even if, you know, just as they fly around, and even if they just land right back where they were. Although we're not as close as I would like to be for, you know, to experience that, but what can you do? Okay. Alright, let me get you back in the car. Aren't they cute? It's getting hard for me to stay with them. Just because of where they are. Again, this area is an important one for resting and refueling for them. Okay, let's get back to the into the car and be on our way, I guess. Be with you as soon as I can. Oh, hold on. Oh, jeez. Snow geese, yes. Right, I gotta get gloves back on. I'm gonna reconnect you in a moment, everybody. My hands are freezing. Oh! Look down there. Look down there. That's what you should be photographing. I don't know. I'm trying to record here. I'm sorry. Shoot. It's a survival instinct. What happens is something startles them and they all think it's a good idea to take off, that's all. No, that's okay. Oh, come on, Ferris, where are they? Okay, just a few more moments, I think. Oh! It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. Hello. How are you?
Pretty good. Got a question for you.
Sure.
See that you got your camera attached to the scope.
That's right.
I've got to hook up to that. How do you set that camera up? Is it on a manual setting, or do you use the automatic settings that are on it?
Well, lighting-wise, the camera I'm allowing to do its thing. But focusing, this is a scope, so it's all manual.
Focus through that.
It's all manual.
So.
And I'm actually streaming it live. So we're.
Oh, you're streaming it.
So.
Very interesting.
So a bunch of people are hearing you talk to me.
Very good. Thanks for telling me that.
No problem. But it works for me, and it allows me to share some interesting sights every once in a while with a bunch of people who are interested like I am.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of snow geese out there right
Love
now.
them.
A lot of other things.
Snow geese, northern pintails, Canada geese, gulls, maybe some crows down there, mallards down there. I heard there were I know there are some widgeons down there, American widgeons.
Okay.
I heard that there's a Eurasian, at least one Eurasian green-winged teal. I haven't seen that myself, but I heard about it. And I did see earlier a great blue heron. So they're back in the area.
I just got nice scope. I'll have to look for that. Thanks for telling me that.
No problem. I saw the great blue heron a while ago, and it was way back. I don't know if it's still there or not. And there are horned larks around here. That's what you're hearing.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good luck to you.
You.
Pardon? Were they tundra, or were they trumpeter? I don't know. At this distance, it's tough for me to tell. Some of the swans are in the air now. Just heard a song sparrow. Pick up in the vocalizations from the snow geese, I think, but I'm not seeing any major takeoff. We'll wait a bit and see if there is going to be a takeoff. I'm glad we saw the one that we did a few minutes ago. Hold on one second.
Hard to see in this lane. They extend their necks.
Well, I know, but there are. I don't know if they're tundra or trumpeter. That's my thing. From here I can't tell if there's the yellow dot that you would see on the tundra. And I know there may be other differences, but I don't know them. So for me, it's difficult.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Okay, back down to the snow geese one more time. And then we've got to get going. Let's look at these swans first. All of a sudden that wind is blowing again. Kind of nice to be up there with them, huh? Kind of, sort of. Think, of course I've been saying this, it's time for us to continue on. I was glad we got to see a major takeoff. Again, we're not in a perfect place for that. Closer would be nice, but we can't get closer, so. Looking around to see who's coming in and coming out. Alright, let's pack up. Switching you back. Be with you as soon as I can. I hope you like that. I did too. I mean, it wasn't perfect. We saw some nice things. So I'm glad about that anyway. I liked, in particular, the major takeoff. This has been recording the whole time. Of the snow geese. I liked looking at those swans in the air. Now my hands are freezing, so I've got to warm them up. Sorry. While I'm doing that, let me just check the battery level on the other camera. 3%. Okay. So, I'm going to switch the camera battery right now while I have the opportunity with batteries. Gloves I used were really not warm enough, but they are easier in terms of actually manipulating the camera and everything. They make things easier, so it's a sacrifice, unfortunately. But this car here. Maybe we would have been better off if we had been here rather than the observation area. It is, after all, closer to the snow geese. Hold on, are those more geese in the air? Snow geese in the air? Hard to tell, but I think so. They don't necessarily look like they're coming to East Road. I don't know if maybe they are. There's one lone snow goose over here on the right hand side. I'm not gonna bother it, but I wonder why it's there. I hope it's okay. I wish it would go join the other snow geese. Not going to show it to you, but the pond that's here at this at the corner there is all melted by the looks of it. See a red-tailed hawk? Looks like it. Okay, red-tailed hawk it was in the air. I don't see it now. It's kind of behind us. So we're approaching Mays Point right now. And I'm not sure if we really should stay, or I think we'll take a quick look, but we spent more time at East Road than I thought we would. Not that I'm upset about that. What we'll do is, I'm just driving through right now, but I just want to take a quick look through this area here. But we'll go back, we'll park, and I think we'll get out of the car. That'll take some doing, as usual. More doing than it was at East Road, because there I just ran the wire that I needed to run through the window. Here I'm going to have to disconnect everything. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put warmer gloves on because my hands froze. may not be here too long. I don't know what there is to see here. The problem with the Maze Point pool is that it is, so much of it is just, you know, just filled with vegetation. Pull up here. Hopefully we won't get stuck in the mud. And I need some time to get ready. First of all, let me take batteries. Take that, and I have to get the tripod back out of the trunk. Set. Turn on the gloves first. Get those going. Okay, I think I have everything I need from here. This might not be too easy because of where I'm parked. I'm gonna move the car ahead a little bit. Yeah. I know. Your seatbelt's on. Yes. Okay. That's just about everything I need. I'm leaving the teleconverter on the scope. That may work against us here. Let me go get my tripod and then we'll get going. Actually easier to do it from this side. Ready? Oops. I hate when it does that. I think I kind of need a backpack, don't I? have almost everything I need. Just saw a couple Canada geese. I'll be with you in a moment. Let me put you on the tripod for a moment. Just to hold you. Some people just can't drive. Just can't seem to drive. Hold on, I gotta get my backpack on properly now. So it stays where I want it. This is all taking too much time, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess this is good. And who knows, there may not be anything really worth seeing here. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. At least we won't have any mosquitoes. Usually there are quite a few of them here. See a great blue heron, see actually two other great blue herons in the air. There's several great blue herons here. Hold on, I gotta adjust something here. A little bit of shakiness because of the wind. Oh, there's an eagle.
I thought it was just a vulture.
No, it's an eagle. Young lady, would you like a look at the eagle?
See out through the scope there?
Thank you. You're welcome.
Here, come up around the other side.
Come up around me.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Tighten it up a bit.
What do you say?
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. There's a bald eagle right up there. Do you want a closer look?
Oh, wow.
Let me
Oh, that's great.
reorient the screen here.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Check in on you guys. So we're looking at a juvenile bald eagle. If you look at an adult bald eagle, their eyes are yellow. So I don't know if this juvenile's eyes are truly yellow or not. But again, I'm lightening this up quite a bit, everybody, because of just backlighting. We saw this eagle fly up there a few moments ago. I wonder if it's going to take off. Unfortunately, the wind is shaking things. Crow just flew by. We'll go back down to the herons in a moment. Where'd my eagle go? There we go. Hello. Do you see the bald eagle up there? Mm-hmm. I can give you a better look if you'd like.
Wow, that is beautiful. Wow, that's neat.
Okay, let's look at the herons. Darken things back up. Most of the vocalizations are the gulls that are here. There are quite a few herons here. I'm not going to do a full survey, but we just saw one, and we're coming up on another, I think. Hold on. Okay, that didn't take long. That. Let me just take a quick look with binoculars. 1 second. There are at least 13 great blue herons here, everybody. 14, 15, 16... 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we've got at least 21 here. And there are other out there. Wait, what's that? Oops. What's that in the air? Hold on. I don't know. Oh, it's a great blue heron. Okay. There are ducks here also. American widgeons. I thought I saw northern shovelers also. Mallards. It is a juvenile. If you want, I'll try to give you a better look.
Intimidating looking.
I don't know. I think it's beautiful. Lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. Lane? It's got the 21st century way of looking at it.
That's beautiful. Some
Pardon me?
nasty talons.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be having those poking at me.
No.
And here you can look at his face a little better. If you
Oh,
want.
okay. Oh, yeah. So how old do they have to be before they get the white on their eyes?
I believe 4 or 5 years old, maybe.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's got a little bit underneath.
Well,
A bit of
it's
white.
hard to tell because of just the way the wind blowing,
Yeah.
but
Some nice equipment.
it works for me. I'm streaming this live, by the way.
Oh, on Facebook or on...
Actually on YouTube.
Okay. Hello, YouTube world.
Do you have smartphones?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want, I'll show you what I'm seeing. Give you a card if I can find it. The Facebook link is no longer active, but the
Okay.
YouTube, if you go to that right now, you'll see what I'm streaming right now.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice, thanks.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
Your name
yeah.
is
Ferris.
Ferris?
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Any snow geese around today? Or...
Do you know how to get to East Road?
No, it's the first time we've been out here.
Let's see. If you go back out here on 89
Yeah.
and head that way, I think you take I think it's called Maze Point Road.
Uh-huh.
Take that exit. And then drive a little ways, and then you'll see East Road on the left. Drive a little ways along East Road, and then you'll look down on the Knox Marcellus Marsh. A lot of snow geese there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like a look?
Oh, look at that. Now, what is that?
This is a juvenile bald eagle.
That's a juvenile, okay. Now, how can you tell that's a juvenile bald eagle? Just
well,
by-
the adult
I mean,
will have
obviously
white
the
on the
size.
head.
Right, I know that.
And the tail.
Right, yeah, and the tail. You can tell just by I can look at the tail, so. White on the tail and head. Now, see how the base of his feathers on the head are white? Is that going to be coming
That's
out?
only because of the wind.
That's just because of the wind,
Yeah.
so, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, you were talking about the snow geese flock. Is that still sizable here?
I was just seeing them. Do you know how to get to East Road?
I don't know. We're going to go back up this way, close to 20.
If you go back out here on 89 and
Yep.
head that away,
Yep.
I think you'll go up a hill. It's after the bridges. You'll take a right onto, I think it's called Maze Point Road.
Yeah.
Go onto that, and then you'll
There's a
take a left onto East Road. Drive a little ways on East Road,
Yep.
and you can see down below there are a lot of snow
One
geese.
second. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's look back at. Who's that in there? Is that a mallard? There's a shoveler. I knew I'd seen northern shovelers. Are those gadwalls? Look like them. Those are definitely good ones. Oh, what's that in the air? Oh, shoot. Might be heron. Can't find it. Yeah, it must have been. I just lost sight of it anyway. You can hear the... Oops. Okay, let's get going, everybody. And I think we're gonna head to the car and head to Shockey Pool. Might not get out of the car there, believe it or not. Okay, let's continue on. Good luck, everyone. It'd be a walk, but it's tempting to walk to Shockey Pool from here, so I don't have to deal with getting in and out of the car. I'm trying to think how I want to do this here. That eagle? Oh, no, the eagle's still there. Okay. Hold on. Get in and out of the car. Might be easier at Shockey Pool than here, but believe it or not, for some reason, it just is. In the car, out of the car, in the car, out of the car. That was a nice look at that bald eagle. Lighting wasn't great, but it's nice to see it. see an adult, you know, with a close up like that. But can't have her. It's nice to be able to share the look with people too, you know. I don't know those people. I have no idea if they, how many eagles they've seen in the past or whatever. You know, especially if, see a robin, if, you know, people, if a person doesn't see eagles very often, and for them it's a special treat, it's nice to give them a good look, you know, something they never would have had otherwise. Okay, we're here at Shockey. Let me just take a quick look around. Well, I know what we're here for primarily. We're here primarily for the heron rookery, I think. Well, we won't look at it too long because there's only so much we can see from here. How did my seatbelt get tangled up with my binoculars? How'd that happen, huh? Okay, Didn't realize you were disconnected. Excuse me. You really should be on this side. See, it says entry by permit only. Be with you as soon as I can. See if we can go up there and see some things. Excuse me. Pardon me.
No, not here. Yeah, like in that spot, it's very safe, right? Like what? I'm not sure.
The big issue we have here is the trees are in the way. I don't know if you know, there's a heron rookery over there.
Yeah.
You know about it? Okay.
Thank you.
Someone's climbing the platform. There's a grateful heron rookery over in the distant trees.
Have you caught great blue heron?
Pardon me? Great blue heron. And it's a rookery. There are lots of nests there. May have just heard pileated, I'm not sure.
Right along the water.
I think it's still useful.
I want to see if I can find that eagle nest. I don't see it.
There's some. What's that? That's a male and the left one's female. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, like the orange ducks.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, just got the hot spot when you're not like that.
Yeah. Look at this one goose standing by itself. I guess there's another to the right.
People are walking the platform, which are shaking things. That's okay.
Straight to the right. Within the wall. Maybe 20 meters. Just corn as well. All those pintails are so obvious. Little white spots. Oops, sorry. Do you see? Okay. So you see, like, in that hill in the background, there's the snow that comes out and it stops, and then there's like a dark landscape. So if you look at that, right where those two connect, down and to the right, it's hard to describe. Okay, so to the right of that connection is like a post in the woods, like a light-colored telephone pole. Yeah, like maybe. Yes. So now closer to us, and to the right of it is two white birds. Skulls.
But I never think the group of viewers have it. So I don't see it.
It's just so weird.
Well, we have like what is it, like
They're as nice as mine. These seem so nice.
for me, look at very nice. I think this is the most like sweet one. They laugh at me.
We're going to leave pretty soon, I think, everybody.
But you see that you have like
Yeah. So maybe we just see what these two like. There's this snow connects with this dark color. Yeah. So like, the scope. There's like two white birds.
They are gulls.
Oh, they are gulls.
Yeah.
About to fly the tip of that.
yeah.
That's a problem. It's like a whole bunch of tundra songs above the top. Yep. And a bunch of ducks kind of swirled around them.
tundra swans. At least a few of them, anyway.
Oh. Yeah, those are 2 tundra swans.
Hold still if you don't mind. Just because every step shakes the platform. As much as you can.
Trying not to get too many.
Here's another 5 tundra swans. Or 6. Oh, and a bunch more about to come right over. There's a lot of them coming out.
With our tundra swans?
Yeah.
Could be
snow geese.
over at the visitor center for Montezuma.
We saw
Yeah,
just
probably.
one. And we didn't know if it was a sandhill train. We couldn't see
Oh,
it.
there's sandhills around too.
Yeah.
We were down the street around the corner where all the snow geese are. We estimated what, 9,000 snow geese.
Really?
Close to 100 tundra swans and 3 sandhill cranes.
Is that 31? 31?
I can show you the
And there was a Ross's goose on the side of the road too. It's like on your way to the tundra swan one Ross's, you'll see there's one house, it's like in the yard basically, and you won't miss the nearly 10,000 snow geese out there. The Ross's goose is like near that far away. The snow geese are like, I don't know, they're pretty far, they're pretty clear to see. When you're parked at the snow goose spot, you're looking at the snow geese, the sandhill cranes are behind you in that field. You gotta look for them a little bit. They blend in pretty well, but they make noise.
You were there. You heard the noise. That'd be great.
I used to work at a crane sanctuary, so like, yeah. I'm from Michigan, I have a lot of time. Yeah, you won't miss that.
Wow, this is not perfect crane, I think.
Back and forth between this rookery here and wherever they go. It's the same. Well, we can't be sure. There's at least one. There's a lot of pintails out there.
These are like on the grassy area.
Yeah, the pintails are like just staying in the grass.
Must be almost the leading edge of the snow patches. At the edge of the water, just beyond that, like on the higher ground.
Here, we're looking at a lot of pintails.
Oh, yeah, in the water, but I was thinking about on the rise, just beyond those snow patches.
Yeah, it's like
I
that.
don't know what the heck is out there. I don't know if they're stationary or. bushes or something. Blankets sometimes like that.
Like in the low school or up on the hill?
The grassy area.
The crest of the grassy area.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking to look through stuff. I don't see anything.
could just be plants with some seed.
See the biggest snow patches, just above those snow patches, to the right of the farthest tree on the left. It's like a big clumpy tree on the left. It's like on the end of the point of this patch of forest ends. And then on that thin grass, this has some clumps or something. They look grayish and maybe some white mixed in.
I see a ton of shovelers in the water. And, oh, there's a harrier though. I got a harrier in the scope right now. I just see a female going right to left off the tip of the point. Well, you can, so if you just have to just kind of swivel the whole thing, it doesn't really have a handle. What's that? What do you got?
There's the snow back there.
It's like I'm looking through slots between bushes and I'm seeing snow in the distance.
Yeah. I was
It's an illusion of stuff.
Like on the horizon of the tree line. There's also the scope if you want to see that. It's a little tall. Oh, a whole bunch of ducks coming in from the right. It looks like a lot of people. Yeah, you feel every vibration on it.
It's the mink, it's not me.
It's attractive monkey.
It's a big slug.
Oh.
Yeah, there's another big slug back there.
Hold on a second. Those are northern pintails out there.
Yeah, this is why the stuff.
We're gonna get going, I think. Hold on a second.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Looks like a hawk there, I think.
No, this was just following this guy.
Oh, there's two now, yeah. It's the male and female, probably.
What about this?
Black-headed duck. Great blue duck. Yeah. You need it? You want to see it? Oh, is he still there? The eagle? It was on the tree. Shit. Oh yeah. Stellar sea eagle. Woodpecker.
There's another eagle in the air. If you're interested. Maybe not. I think not. Hold on, they're all descending the platform. This eagle is very far from us, so it's hard for me to give you any kind of a close look. Quite honestly, the view of the rookery is not that great from here. I do wonder if I would be better off from the road. Everyone has left the platform but us. Hold on a second. There we go. I have a feeling some of those people really do know their birds. Likely better than I do, but it is what it is. So, as we did last year, we're having a problem seeing through the nearby trees to the rookery, and even though none of the nothing has had the leaves grown in yet, the problem is even there's just such a density of twigs and branches that it's hard to see. Like there are two right there, two great blue herons. There's one, I believe, up there, but it's difficult to see from here, unfortunately. Hold on a second, I want to see something. Okay. Also, another problem is the fact that, you know, the great blue herons, their coloration blends in fairly well with the twigs, with all the branches. That one seems to be working on the nest. Wish we didn't have these trees blocking our view. I am, you know, glad that we're here today. We've seen some interesting things. We're going to be, I'm going to be packing up and heading back to Ithaca shortly. But we've seen some interesting things, and you know, just thinking about it, in prior years, I probably wouldn't have come up here, you know, so early in the season. Looks like some. I can't tell if those might be snow geese. The trees make it hard to see things, I'll tell you. Okay, I think it's time for us to pack up. Hold on a second, what am I seeing up there? These look like Canada geese. Trying to get a couple of great blue herons that are in the air, but I'm having a hard time finding them. I'm not going to get them now. And Okay. Let me just take a quick look around with binoculars, see if there's anything else. The battery is almost dead anyway. Okay, nothing else that I'm seeing that I think I really want to show you. So I think it's time for us to pack up. So let's say about 4:45. 4:45, everybody. Somewhere around there. I hope to restart in Ithaca. Okay, everybody. Hope to see you then. And until then, you know, have a nice break. Okay? Bye, everybody.